If death was to be rain, what we will say is its precipitational force is a strong one. And if it were to be human, we would say that its wrath is upon the world, Ghana to be precise. In the recent issues that we have been coming up with, it's all about death. If it's not coming from suicide, if it's not coming from gunmen shooting at each other, if it's not coming from people engaging themselves in fight, if it's not coming from say pressures or domestic violence, then it is coming from accidents. In the recent news that I have for you today, it's quite unfortunate that a policeman is close enough to losing his life. We do not know his current state as it stands now. Now, according to reports, what we know is that a driver for the commercial transport was trying to dodge a pothole on the road, and in a flash, before we realized, the policeman who was just on his road, happened to collide with the commercial transport. Now, Angel FM has the details. Let's take a good look. I'll be right back.
I mean, about a par and I'm console, better proposal, and a young kid as I'm questioning it. I'm going to people on. Now, idea a car, the number AGC 2053-19. Idea what police for motor can you know how can you? Or police for motor casino, that would take Cassiana, Bana, alarm to wow.
And I boss are you, how no more than no Becumni Fano.
A quite a month to Kuwait, Equino, at the Ayaka House Municipal Assembly, a new hope, and other part. The daughter driver neighbor, now potholes of all Pansano, daughter driver on GCAG, on G, Georgian potholes license, no, only side degree. If you pothole the revenue into all Dodge, once you look anymore, see the other name. Motor so free, look and a money cremo, no so bad. Said the Yapan is a yellow pass anyway, Nakabaco, Equaca, Sabaco, Balapa. The police need actually more no every so I call Yapan pass. Median for two, and that's how I say about Median for two. Anna kind of so called. If you can't anymore, no kind of pothole, or no door, just you can so I'll be police need to find on Namson, Antamasaba, or Dodgy and I had a the idea the police need him. Hey, Bacope Asa, Amuja, a good kind of so that police motor can say it's Macura, Cano, Asia, Moto no yet. Remember, Besson, my boy, Mutono, and your member for your chair, and seven of the police need the very easy to Moto National. Now, then the Timu FP. I'm with a new police in the Tataminoca. If you put my man on Swa, and no PM or war as a picture. If you have here, I did never PM ever a yes, which were same panic. It's a drama for the day. Almost put you on the train, one in power, one day, Amma, a MC, or no gas out, any MP or no gas out. And I feel man across it. I'm going to say, for angels, so say, obey Yanka. Gas out, and I think English amount from also part, your man Penny. So I didn't tell my MP put and go in. I know all money book was all their voices in our Namia do many. The dear driver some amount for a driver for any to inform why what our Moka Margin that or kind, and I know kind of chamber open. And I don't think I said you. It means can confirm it's a wood one another call conscious, and that's the same party this year. This is a doctor for the actually. But some look at the idea, letting me a man or so I don't know who PM. I was a pity, Dr. for General Secretary, take it to the planning ideas when I to Kano. I don't make me a year through. I mean, I'm a quino, it's your point in time to quite quiet. I would then come implement what they are. You could have fire so to part 10 years or worry or warrior. Never our word, no, this unquestion with you. I'm saying, Hono, and you win the kind of you who. We can one question, Macoma 9, and I feel quite to me as you are.
Better Ghana agenda indeed. Do not throw me yet. What I'm actually saying this, why I'm relating it to a better Ghana agenda is that we know what we are expecting from our president, and we know how long our president has already been in power. He has not just for this one. I'm talking about the first term and what the promises that he made to us and what our expectations are from him is that he is going to help construct the road in a way that it will reduce accidents. Why? Because anytime accidents pop up, what we hear the road safety authority do say most of the time is what? Accusing drivers of their carelessness and a whole number of it, realizing or failing to realize that some of these roads that have not been constructed are major causes of the accidents that has been happening in this particular country. it is how widely known that most of the time we see accidents happening in that particular country, but we don't see anything being done about the road, especially when the accident is being caused by the road or the incomplete construction of the road. More, if you listen to the reports that came to you, according to the reports, there has been a number of accidents that has been recorded on that particular same road, that is Kaswa, and the potholes around that area is just too much. So again, I would ask, is it not, am I not right to say that this, I'll relate this to the better agenda that our president, our incumbent president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, put before Ghanaians? What is actually happening? Will it be right to always blame the drivers for what happens? We know that in this particular case, the driver also is at fault, because what is expected is that if you are on your road and you want to dodge to a different road, you have to wait to make sure that all those that are close, all the cars, all the motorcycles that are pretty much close to you will bypass before you move to the other lane. That is what should have been done. And again, the driver is at fault, so I wouldn't blame you if you are to throw me on this particular one. But my subject, or what I'm more focused on, is what the road accidents that has been happening in the country, and the unconstructed road that our government is failing to pay attention to, which has been causing mass accidents in the country. This is what my mind is actually on right now. Now, taking you back to the current story, or a different accident that has happened at Antase. According to reports, there has been a car that has also been on fire. Let's take a good look at this video. I'll bring you the rest of the details.
Fire service ni ba ku gina officer no gina ba stella na nkofo de ejani nwia na edum ja no 30 minutes na ye fire service ni be wom say en shigidi ba o muntimi nlum ja no no mu gina ho sa no.
How funny some Ghanaians are. Now, what I want to actually pay attention on is the people that were actually around. The report was that they don't know the major cause of the accident. Before they realized that the car was actually bringing out smoke. And if a car, we know what a car is, and we know what is actually in a car, the engine, the oil, the fuel, everything that is, this can cause a big blast. And the funny thing is, people were actually around that particular car and not cautious about the possible accidents that can even befall them. And I don't know what is wrong with many Ghanaians. When accidents happen, when things happen, instead of us being staying away and trying to protect our own selves, that is when you find people actually running to the very same incident that could also cause more trouble to them. What is actually going on? What is happening to many Ghanaians? Thankfully, there was a policeman around to make sure that all those people that were quite close to the incident will be drawn away or pushed away. So he actually instructed them to move away. Now, leaving this particular story, on this note, I would like to tell everyone that we are trying to protect you. If you are not here, we are also not here. And if you see anything that can cause a danger to your life, please be very cautious about it. Do not run to it. If you see accidents, do not run to it. Do not approach it, especially when a car is burning, because there is a possibility that this can cause a big blast, which may also end up taking your life or possibly injuring you. So please and please, again, when you see accidents like that, do not go too close to it. More so to road people, or say to drivers, what is actually being announced most of the time by the road safety authority and also even by police is that when you are driving, make sure that you are not too close to the car that is before you. What is expected is that you should create a distance, a gap between you and then the car before you, a gap where you can see the ties of that particular car, not just the bonnet, but the ties from the windscreen to the bonnet to the ties, so that if anything is to happen to that car, you'll be able to have a quick access to a different path so that you will save yourself. If not, before long, before you realize, in a flash, you may end up colliding with that car. This is also to protect yourself. So kindly take note of this. Now, talking about accidents, we are all finding possible ways to curb accidents in the country. Now, to my cherished viewer, whatever suggestion that you believe that if the Road Safety Authority are to pay attention to, or say if everyone here, citizens, civilians in the country are to pay attention to, it is going to help us curb the situation with accidents in the country. Kindly drop it in the comment section for us. Subscribe to the channel. Do know that here on Too Much GH, this is the only channel that you can have access to all political news, business news, and also entertainment. As you leave, don't forget to click on the notification button to have access to all other interesting programs we have for you right here on Too Much GH. My name is Vanessa. Thank you so much for watching.